Many voters are concerned about the size and role of government at the county level. The Alabama Republican Party platform states, "We believe that government should be limited and that the growth of government must be curtailed by a combination of the elimination of programs and transitioning of government jobs to the private sector. We support lower and fair tax models that adequately fund government without undue waste or programs better facilitated by the private sector." So now it's a specific question. How do you interpret this principle of limited government in the context of county government? And how would it influence your decisions on spending, services, and taxes in Tallapoosa County? Robert.
By sticking to the essential services needed in the county. Instead of wasting money, like, for instance, out here on 280 with this ag center, dumping $7 million into it out of the general fund, this eventually, in a 5-year time, going to bankrupt the county, because I don't know that many people that have horses that are going to go out there and put on a show basically for free, and that's going to eventually bankrupt the county. Instead of using that for out there, we could be using it to fix Camp Hill, get it straightened out financially, get our roads fixed in the county. We could give our sheriff's deputies a pay raise. We could give our teachers a pay raise that's been long overdue, instead of wasting the money on something that's not going to benefit taxpayers. And that's how I would look at it if I'm elected county commissioner. What's best for the people of Tallapoosa County?
Danny, you're next.
Right, that right there, that you got to maintain the principle once if you get in there. Oh, I'm sorry. Get in there. It has, they have budgets that go out, then the funds here. This money goes out here, generates different things. So, yeah, you got to make sure that money is spent well and correctly, and it's got to be done right. Now, as far as products they have, some of it's already going on, which is nothing that either of us up here can do. But now, if elected, get in there, look at the policy, and see which way you could go with it, and work with the other commissioners, and see where the money is actually going and dividended to. Because a lot of people in there, like you said, campaign, they need the money. I met with them and talked with them on their needs. It's just you got to get in there first, as one of us be elected official, to be able to do that. We know what the money needs to be spent. I spent my time going around. I took off this past Friday. I rode whole Mythical, talking to people, seeing firsthand. I see other problems here. I say they're not taken care of correct. It's just that right now I'm hoping to be elected to get it out and do the best job that I can, which that the money is appropriated right. It's in the right places.
Well, small government is a wonderful thing. When you got too much government, you got too many people putting their hands out, wanting to put it in their pocket, it seems like. Far as the county spending money on the ag center, I'm a huge ag center advocate. I believe in it. And the sudden $8 million it's going to cost out there would not pave 8 miles of road. It would not fix a couple of bridges. It would not bring Camp Hill out of their water issues. But I do see where over in Clanton, the ag center over there is just, it's amazing. I see in other areas where the ag centers are amazing. We've got some people that are really wanting to host events out there. They're taking and hosting events in Florida. A family right here in Dadeville, they're hosting events in Florida and Georgia that are making multi-million dollars for those events in other towns. And not to mention, those people are going to get grocery stores here. They're going to get gas here. They're going to get their ice here. It's going to benefit our area. And so it will make money. The failure that I've seen in arenas are the ones like the one down that Tom Haley had down on 280. That was privately run instead of ran this way. I see it's going to be a benefit to our area. Hey, I got a kid right now in Washington, D.C., represent the state of Alabama on 4-H. I've been a 4-H volunteer here in Tallapoosa County for 15, 16 years. And I tell you, that's our children are our future, and that's going to be a great place for our children right there.
Well, county government should perform essential services well and efficiently and should not branch out into things that are better handled by businesses. And as far as spending goes, and we should get more into this arena because y'all are wrong about a lot of things. It's not $8 million. It's $4.6 million to start with. It is a big drain, but it is paid for this year. It's in the budget to be paid for. It's not something that's going to be going on. However, to pay for that, it costs us 18% of the entire general fund budget to pay for this arena. I don't think it's a good idea. And I don't want to dwell on it because that's not exactly the question. I'll get to that later. As to services, you focus on the essential services, the basic services of the county. Of course, we know roads and infrastructure. That's important to us. Safety, the jail, the sheriff's department, that's 42% of the budget. That's pretty important. I think we need to certainly fund that. And essential services are things you can't get away from. Ambulance service, EMS, I know that Danny knows the importance of that, and I know that that's supplemented by the county to the hospital. It's $240,000 a year. I think that's essential. That's not an ongoing forever thing, but the hospital has to be here. So we have to fund that. To lose the hospital would be a disaster for this small community. Elections, the coroner, there are a lot of things that are essential. Make me quit. But don't go into unnecessary things. And I guess I can sum this up. Do the basics well, live within your means, and put the taxpayer first in every decision. And I think if you just follow those principles, you'll be good.